ପଛପଟ ପଛକୁ ଠେଲିଦେବେ। ସୁବିଧା So, good evening everybody. Welcome to WIDYAKAR online classes. Monday we had just done a few MCQs which is related to the age of Chaucer, and today we will discuss a few more MCQs. Now before I start with anything, I would make certain observations before you all. Listen, age of Chaucer, there was no printing machines. Life was very much in the Middle Ages, in the Dark Ages. So records were not there. So जनकर डेथ टार मिल जाउची डेट ऑफ बर्थ टा मिलु नै जेमते हमर गां गंडारे लोक मानकर 50-60 वर्ष तले कहार डेट ऑफ बर्थ थिला कहार थिला किए बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट डेथ सर्टिफिकेट बाहर करथले. इट्स अ न्यू थिंग which has started now. लोक मानकर किछि नथिला के जानती नै केबे जन्म होइतले ना सेही रंग खेल होतला सेही समय गोटे. So they do not know when they were born. So similarly, last time we had on John Wycliffe when he was born. In one book it is written 1320, another book it is written 1327, another book it is written 1328. Into Worldwide Encyclopedia Britannica, which is the most authentic, which is to be trusted, which is trusted by everybody in the world, it is 13. So जो जगह रे a date गुड़ाक controversial, I don't think questions are going to come. कारण विभिन्न बही मु एठू गला परे सबु देखिछि. I have consulted minimum 8 to 10 books. सबु differing जिंस आसला. गोटे बारची 1327, गोटे करे 1328. एमती है कि बाहरी. So my firm belief that जो जगह डेट गुड़ाक controversial जड़े जानी नहीं, there is a question mark, big question mark. In such a case, questions the date answer केबे आसीबन. Okay. Now, before we start the MCQ marathon, let me make an announcement. The WIDYAKAR has been extremely gracious enough to award scholarship, 100% scholarship जो माने संडे परीक्षा दौचंती विभिन्न कोर्स रो पिला माने परीक्षा दौचंती जो माने 90 रो 100 रखचंती, they will be given 100% scholarship. जो माने 80 रो 90 रखचंती ताको 30% डिस्काउंट दिया जी. तो जो माने ऑलरेडी किनी देइछंती नुवा जे किनिबे ताको एई गुडा का दिया जीवो. जो माने ऑलरेडी किनी देइछंती ताको पई WIDYAKAR will give some gifts. Okay, so it is something very, very encouraging, very inspiring and very, very motivational. So try hard, do well. So when you are doing well, when you are studying hard, you are doing it for yourself. Nijara benefit pe korucha. So let me read out the names. ARI Amina Eju course pe Anirban Patti marks secured 97.67 out of 100. So congratulations, he is entitled for 100% free scholarship. OSSC CGL Chikku Sahu, out of 150, he has scored a 145. Then he is also entitled for 100% free scholarship. SSB TGT CBZ, Nivedita Sahu, 137 out of 150. SSB TGT Arts, Anirban Patti and Subrat. Anirban Patti has scored 144 out of 150. That means Anirban Patti is very well prepared for the exams. Very well prepared. He is at a time appearing in many examinations. He is definitely going to crack. He has scored 144 out of 150. Subrat, he has scored 138 out of 150. SSB TGT Hindi, Namita Panda, 75 out of 75. Anirban Patti, 75 out of 75. Lucy Smruti Rekha, 68 out of 75. Look at Anirban Patti. He is, that person is so motivated, is so committed. He is so committed. Just imagine, he has appeared in all these papers, tinta jagare, and sabbu jagare uniformly he has scored. That means he is extremely well prepared. Jekonis minute muhurtare parikha hele, he will crack. Positively, definitely. Then current affairs, Mukesh, 27.5 out of 30. OPSC PGT compulsory, Sekhar, 117 out of 119. Jeet, 107.5 out of 119. OPSC PGT political science, Sanghamitra Das, 100 out of 100. Sanjukta Rani Panda, 100 out of 100. So, they are very well prepared. OPSC PGT commerce, Anirban Patti, 48.75 out of 50. That means just imagine, the very same person, commerce re, OPSC PGT commerce, he has scored 48.75. That means it seems he is a commerce student. Then Suphala, 42.25, Vijayalakshmi Mohanty, 40 out of 50. So, being a master degree holder in commerce, he has appeared in all this examination. That means कौन? तो सबु परीक्षा पे एका संगे गोटे प्रकार प्रिपरेशन कर जेहेतु से करिछन आ जहाटा करते एकदम फुल दम रे जेकोल्स गोटे बाजिबो एंड पॉजिटिवली बाजिबो. So congratulations all of you. Keep your spirit high, keep it up, and I hope you will conquer higher and higher goals in life. Auri achanti. Rashmita Das, 85 out of 100. PGT Arts Padmini, 126. Swati, 126.5 out of 150. Hindi Imran, 65 out of 75. Anjali Pradhan, 63 out of 75. Bhagyashree Dhar, 62 out of 75. OPSC PGT Commerce Sukesh, 43.75. Pujarani Mishra, 40.5. PGT Politics and Jeet, 83.75. Maitri Sahu, 80 out of 100. Anirban Patti, 48 out of 48.75 out of 50. PGT Commerce Suphala, 42.25, and Vijayalakshmi Mohanty, 40 out of 50. जोड़ा मोर करथिले let us start with this. Okay, gas is called the morning star of the Renaissance. Gas is called the morning star of the Renaissance. Langland, option A. Option B, Gower, John Gower. C, John Wycliffe. D, Geoffrey Chaucer. Wow. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Very, very good evening. Answer karo. Who is called the morning star of the NASA? Which in my content class I have already said. I have already covered those things, done those things. किच्छी Google देखनी किच्छी देखनी press देखो. Who is called the morning star of the NASA? वो आंसर को चॉसर शुण निजु को केमती टेस्ट करे गूगल देख नहीं किछि सीधा लिप्सिता मलिक डी वेरी गुड so as I said earlier the Rinasa was a revival of it's a revival of the classical learning. It is a spirit of inquiry which is the beginning of modern age. Look at medieval age, dark ages when people were totally controlled by the church, ताहार किछि voice नथिला. So Rinasa जो आसिला सेठी people got there was a humanism, Rinasa humanism, where the human values, human being is far more important. Then you have the classical, you are now getting exposed to the classical texts of Greek and Latin texts, and there was a spirit of inquiry during the Rinasa. So sage insota during Chaucer's time, because in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales you will find what Chaucer has done. There are only 3 good characters jahaku se criticize karinanti. One is the parson, the knight, and the Oxford clerk, and the plowman. He has not criticized them because they mane honest thile. Rest of the things, people, they were dishonest, they were corrupt, and Chaucer through his Canterbury Tales has exposed the social corruption in social life, corruption in domestic life, and corruption in the churches. Kintu since Chaucer nije thile court poet, he was very close to the kings and the nobility. So se tanko against kebe lekhi nahanti. He cannot write against them. Understand? So he has exposed che church re kemti जो माने summon करे कि लोक summon नाम कौन court summon जाए, one who carries the summon is called a summoner. तो से लोकों को पैसा कहवा तते टाणी नहीं जीवी तू आसे मते अधिका पैसा दे. So that is how they were doing it. एबे हमर जा होतला सेतेबेले भी से होतला. Understand? So Chaucer has criticized them. So that is why he is known as the morning star of Rinasa. He started the early phase of modernism. जोटा आमे कहूची Rinasa रे आरंभ होला द modern age. Modern age not 19th end or 20th century. Modern thinking in a rational manner, thinking in a logical manner. जो आमे जो why what टा use करि पारनु, what it is सब कहतले, what it is, it's a flower, what it is, it's water or it's liquid. किंतु why it is a flower, why it is called a liquid, ए why शब्दटा को लोक माने व्यवहार करि जानि नथिले. They were not given the freedom to use that why. Question kari paribani. Understand? Okay. Next. How many pilgrims in the prologue to the Canterbury Tales represent the military profession? So military profession means those who were, because 3 classes, because in the usually you find the peasantry, poor gudako, rahila epote noble classes ta rahila. Then the ecclesiastical class. Ecclesiastical mane those people who are connected, related to the church. That choda skilled artisan achanti, merchants thile, businessmen thile, warriors thile. So how many belong to the warrior class? To the जोटा कि already mu moro jo content I have told you. So how many? 3. Very good. Because there is the knight's son, the squire, and the yeoman. Okay. Sorry, no reply. Option would I call in? Option B is the right answer. Option D is the right answer. which works of Chaucer does not belong to Chaucer's Italian period? So Chaucer had 3 periods. The French period, first, second is the Italian period, and the third period is the English period, where he wrote the Canterbury Tales. So maximum output, Chaucer went on diplomatic mission. He was a diplomat. And amar jenti foreign secretary, amar jo Indian foreign service, jenti Jayashankar, is a foreign minister. He was a diplomat. So Chaucer was used as a diplomat, and Chaucer was once caught, and he was rescued by Edward. So what does Chaucer? So in his various diplomatic mission which Chaucer had been to Italy, so there he came in contact with 3 diggaj लोगों से contact रखले. गोटे हला दांते, आरो जन कला पेट्रार्क जहां रे पेट्रार्क एंड सनेट, ऑक्टेव सेस्टेट, आ गोटे हला पेट्रार्क. Then he came Dante and Boccaccio. He came in contact with these people. So which works of Chaucer does not belong to Chaucer's Italian period? So the House of Fame, A, B, Canterbury Tales, C, Legend of Good Women, D, Troilus and Cressida. So only the option B is the right answer, because Canterbury Tales is English period. 8th into the House of Fame, Legend of Good Women, Troilus and Cressida. It is a sabu jako Italian period. Chaucer's dash was an allegory on the death of Blanche, the wife of his patron. So who was Chaucer's patron? Chaucer's patron was John of Gaunt. जोटा कि last time कही Monday दिन जे John of Gaunt कर थिले, he was Chaucer's सडू आमे कही, because गोटे बहुणी की बाहित थे. Chaucer married, the other sister married to John of Gaunt. So John of Gaunt was a chief patron. Maximum पैसा जदि कि Chaucer को देचन, he was his chief patron. So when John of Gaunt's wife Blanche died, so Chaucer dashed an allegory on the death of Blanche, the wife of his patron. So what did he write? A, the House of Fames, B, the Parliament of Fowls, C, Legend of Good Women, D, the Book of the Duchess. Good answer. It was the Book of the Duchess. This was option D is the right answer, because the Book of the Duchess was written on the death of his patron John Gaunt's wife. To which shrine are the pilgrims going? Which I told you, this shrine ta hochi Canterbury shrine. Canterbury Thomas Becket shrine. It is in Canterbury. Canterbury ta kouthi? It is a small town. It is place in Kent. In Kent. Shrine of Saint Agnes at Canterbury. B, Shrine of Saint Lucas of Jerusalem. C, Shrine of Saint Mark in Southward. D, Shrine of Saint Thomas at Canterbury. I could wonder that Canterbury is in Kent. Ita likhi rakho. Canterbury is in Kent. In whose story the character of Griselda appears? A, the Miller's Tale, B, the Reeve's Tale, C, the Clerk's Tale, D, the Friar's Tale. The character of Griselda, it is option C, the Clerk's Tale. So, एभलिया क्वेश्चन एते आसीबो नाही काहे कि ना मु तुमको जोडा कहिची पार्टनर्स टेल ता पढिबो फिजिशियंस टेल नॉन्स प्रीस्ट टेल वाइफ ऑफ बाथ आ नाइट्स टेल ए पांचटा टेल रो खाली स्टोरीटा पढ दो समरी पढ दो स्टोरी पढ दो समरीटा पढ दो कैरेक्टर को ना गुडा को मन बस सेटिक करो माने एगुडा केते बिकॉज़ देयर 24 टेल्स दीटा प्रोस 22 टा पोएट्री लिखाई छी इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल जे यू रीड ऑल द टेल्स सब टेल होची हमर आईमा कहानी सब टेल गुडा का स्टोरी गुडा का आईमा कहानी हमर सेई भलिया किंतु it is not possible gotiye माने you will get hardly 3 questions or 4 questions from age of Chaucer आ सेतर बसी Chaucer का 50 टा 30 टा स्टोरी मन रखिबो it's not possible and the examiner will not expect you to know all these things. Anyway, Miller's and Reeves' tale are the examples of A. Fableau, B. sermon, C. fable, D. romance. को ए आंसर टा को हम करथिली लास्ट मोर मने पड़छि मंडे दिन करथिली राइट मंडे दिन एटा करथिली ए क्वेश्चन टा मोर मने पड़छि एबे Miller's and Reeves' tales are the examples of what? को कैटेगरी स्टोरी रे सरा जीवो एते डेरी काई करछो पले क्विक आंसर करो एगोटा को कैटेगरी रे टेल रे जीवो सर्मन होची रिलीजियस रोमांस होची एडवेंचर फेबल होची बीस्ट टेल जोटी एनिमल स्टॉक एनिमल्स बिहेव लाइक ह्यूमन बीइंग्स it is option सुनो से दिन मु करथिली when मंडे दिन करथिली and I told you what it is. Option A is the right answer. एगुड़ा होची गोटे कैटेगरी ऑफ फ्रेंच स्टोरीज जोटा कि vulgar, which deals with sex, which deals with seduction, which deals with all the vulgar dirty things, body, vulgar जिनस को ताको सेटा कहती है. So Miller और Reeve ए दी जन का टेल है एग्जांपल ऑफ बिकॉज इटी मिलर रीव को कहि गोटे कार्पेंटर केमती थिला द कार्पेंटर हाउ द कार्पेंटर वाज कुकल्डेड कोन कहछि ना गोटे हस्बैंड थिबो वाइफ आउ जन संगे अफेयर रखथिबो आको कहती से कुकल्ड सी यूज सीके ओएलडी and the Reeve tells about the Miller that there was a Miller who was a cheat, how his wife and his daughter they were seduced by two young boys. तो एई गुडाक होची माने जो कोनते हमर एकदम लो लेवल रे लोक माने जो वल्गर कथावार्ता करंती से स्टोरी गुडाक सेई कैटेगरी थिला. दैट इज द रीजन ताको फ्रेंच एक ए यार दिस काइंड ऑफ स्टोरी तार मेजर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक हैला सेई स्टोरी रे वल्गैरिटी थाए, वल्गर लैंग्वेज यूज होता है, वल्गर थीम यूज होता है. हमरे वल्गर ता में कहा को एक्सट्रीम वल्गर जिनस हैला सेक्स एक्सट्रीम वल्गर हमर ताकू रिलेटेड जो वर्ड यूज करा जाए दैट इज द मोस्ट वल्गर. सो in such types of stories Miller and Reeves' tale belong. Who tells the story of January and May in Chaucer's prologue to the Canterbury Tales? A. The wife of Bath, B. The merchant, C. The clerk, D. The friar. January or May, these are two, not the name of two months, they are the name of two characters. In whose tale? Anyway, I can't wait for you to answer. It is the merchant's tale. Option B, the merchant's tale. Usually कौन हुए ना January और May English society Western society रे तांको कहा जाए January May marriage कहाँ को कहती ना जत्ते बड़े a old man marries a young girl बड़े बूढ़ा टे जत्ते बड़े बड़े young झील को बाहु हुए ताकू सेते में समाने करन थट्टारे कहती marriage of January and May. May is early spring, young. January होची winter. तांकर आमर January मास is not winter. January is not the first of the month, first year of the month. ताको कहती winter तांकर. सेतले winter जोर. So winter होची कौन? End of the season. Season रो सब last रो था. So when an old man marries a young girl, that kind of a marriage is called a January-May marriage. Understand? So in the merchant's tale, January is an old man. He marries a beautiful, lovely May. Lovely girl, May. It's a very young girl. And when January turns blind, May has a relationship with another person. And which is quite obvious. When you marry an old man, the old man cannot accept. And CHAUCER's time रे मोते गोटे जिनस मु मार्क कली CHAUCER कर एबे काई कि आगरु मार्क करची एबे मोर बेसी बेसी राग आसी जाउची प्राय सब जगह रे he tries to show the women in a very poor light. तो सेटा CHAUCER देखो नांती सेटा देखौची सेतिकाल सोसाइटी सेमती थिला. The women were looked down upon. Women मानकर कोनसी रेस्पेक्ट नथिला. तो जेतको स्टोरी गुडा को देखिबो women are in a very poor shown in a very poor light. आ CHAUCER जे 21st century थांते CHAUCER ना 10टा केस हिसाब. अब CHAUCER को पूरा देवडा हमर जो एक्टिविस्ट माने अछंती they were torn him into shreds. Anyway, it is the merchant's tale. Which of CHAUCER's work has the Trojan War as its background? A. The Parliament of Fowls. B. The Book of the Duchess. C. Troilus and Cressida. D. The House of Fame. Kahara Trojan War connection ta achi quote story re. I told you that Troilus and Cressida, option C is the right answer. Troilus and Cressida, because Troilus and Cressida, Shakespeare has made into a play. Troilus and Cressida poem re, it is known as called a verse novel, romance, verse novel or a verse romance koi paribo. Satar novel natla, it's a verse romance. It's a romance in verse. Troilus is the son of Priam. How ye Plax gote lokoro deserter thila taro clergyman taro jio thila Cressida. And Troilus and Cressida both were in love with each other. And Cressida goes with a father. Promise karchi to Troilus that I will come back. In the meanwhile, he falls in love with a person called Diomed. In the Troilus was faithful. Cressida did not keep her promise. She falls in love with another person, Diomed, and Troilus was ultimately killed in a war. So in this story also, CHAUCER shows that Troilus was faithful, but Cressida was not faithful because she could not keep her promise. Panzer noted Pandarus. This is actually name is Pandarus. Pandarus ala Cressida's uncle. Pandarus was the uncle of Cressida. Pandarus, who is a Chaucerian character, appears in Troilus and Cressida, obviously, because he was the uncle of Cressida. A. The House of Fame. B. Troilus and Cressida. C. The Canterbury Tales. D. None of A, B and C. It is option B is the right answer. Who was question? One of the portraits in the prologue is that of the wife of Bath. Bath is dash a Christian name of the lady, B. the surname of the lady, C. the name of her husband, D. the name of the town. What is Bath? Bath is a big town. So the answer is option D is the right answer. It is the name of the town. Kaina Bath which Avon River pakhre. तार को डी टेम्स फोर्थ टाइन क्लाइड मर्जर सर्वन एगुड़ा हूँ सब इंग्लैंड रे बड़ बड़ नई एवन गोटे रिवर ता पाखरे एटा होची बाथ होची गोटे सिटी टे एंड द वाइफ ऑफ बाथ माने शी बिलोंग्स टू द सिटी ऑफ बाथ द मैन फ्रॉम कटक द मैन फ्रॉम पुरी दैट मीन्स द मैन ऑफ पुरी ता माने नुहे जे द पुरी होची तार सरनेम that means the person belongs to Puri. So here the wife of Bath means the wife, that means she is wife ko aichi kahi ki na tar na hoche Alison. There are 3 women characters in the Canterbury Tales. The last time we kahitili Monday dino 3 characters la kiye gote la the wife of Bath their na hoche Alison bahire lekhai chi ALISOUN tar modern English ro hoche Alison and the prioress she is a nun out of a second nun. So prioress naam na hochi Madam Eglantine. Understand? So the wife of Bath, she is a lady who was subjected to a lot of abuse, domestic violence. So she feels that since God has given the woman the power to recreate, procreation, to keep the line going, so she finds that she is getting the wealth or anything because she is also giving physical pleasure to the person. So she is married 5 times. So the wife of Bath is subjected to domestic violence also. She has been abused. Now the 5th husband, Jankin, से ताको थारे जोर से मारला थप्पटे मारला ये कहते ये किसी पेज चिरी फोपाड़ देला एलिसन तो से जैंकिन ताको थप्पटे मारची एते जोर मारला जे she became deaf. She was deaf in 1 year. And why she was deaf in 1 year? Because her 5th husband, Jankin, slapped her. He was as fresh as the month of May. This line occurs in the prologue. This statement refers to which of the following? A. Friar, B. Squire, C. Doctor of Physics, D. Franklin. Who is as fresh as May? As fresh as the month of May. Amar May हुची कौन? अब तुम देखो literature is culture specific. Literature is culture specific. तमें किए कहबो he looks as fresh as May इंडिया रे ओडिसा रे जण कहबो he looks as fresh as May लोक कहबे कौन ए पागल हो गलानी मे मास रे जो 45 डिग्री खरा सेतबेले समस्त सुखिकरी सुखुआ सब लोक माने एते हीट कि अस्तव्य लाइफ टा अस्तव्यस्त लगे सब गोरा लोक गुड़ा कला देखा जाती आ कला लोक आस माने जो मान टिके रंग कम पिगमेंटेशन बेसी तो से माने आहुरी बेसी डार्कर देखा जिवे बिकॉज ऑफ द स्कॉर्चिंग हीट तो आमर हैला मे रे यू लुक पेल किंतु तांकर हैला सिंस इट्स अ कोल्ड क्लाइमेट तांको पे मे होची समर इज द बेस्ट मंथ समस्त बुलिया जानती एंड दे आर वेरी वेरी पीपल आर वेरी फ्रेश पीपल आर वेरी हैप्पी बिकॉज एते माने शीत परे दे फाइंड द सन so that is why may तांको पे फ्रेश आम पे मे होची टॉर्चुअस तांको पे मे होची प्लेजरेबल आम पे मे मंथ ऑफ मे इज पेनफुल तांको पे मंथ ऑफ मे इज time for pleasure and happiness. That is the difference between the Indian context and the Western context. So it is option B is the right answer. The squire is the son of the knight. Taku describe karaichi that he was as fresh as the month of May. The father knight, he was a seasoned warrior. He has fought in battles, many battles. So he was an honest man. He did his job, but the poor generation, he has changed. He loves luxury. He loves a good life. So that is why tar prathama squire को describe कराई ची prologue to the Canterbury Tale रे, that he is as fresh as the month of May. The idea of which work of Chaucer, Boccaccio's, has been taken from Decameron. In which work of Chaucer is based on Boccaccio's, Giovanni Boccaccio's Decameron? A, the Canterbury Tales; B, Legend of Good Women; C, the Parliament of Fowls; D, the Book of the Duchess. एटा को ताको भी मु कहि छी तुमको ये जो क्वेश्चन गुडा का अछि आई हैव ऑलरेडी मो कंटेंट रे कहिला बेले पॉइंट वाइज कहि दै छी एटलीस्ट ए आंसर ता करो which work of Chaucer is based on Decameron? Gitismitha Sahu says that it's Parliament of Fowls. No, it's wrong. It is not Parliament of Fowls. The Book of Duchess. No, it's wrong. It is the Canterbury Tales. Kahithili Monday dino I distinctly remember. Tamane whatever is being taught, you are not listening to it mindfully. You are not listening. I told you that it is based on the Canterbury Tales is based on Boccaccio's Decameron or Boccaccio's Philostrato. Troilus and Cressida is based on Boccaccio's Philostrato. Dita jinsa mu categorically kahithili. So option A is the right answer, the Canterbury Tales. In the prologue, which character has a forked beard? Very first line lekha the merchant has a forked beard. A, monk; B, friar; C, merchant; D, squire. It is option C, the merchant. Prologue ro jo sabu description heichi samasti ko chehra ko description karaichi jemti summoner ko describe karaichi kan in Chaucer Canterbury Tales tum dekhibo जो लोकर चरित्र जेमिति जो लोकर नेचर जेमिति कैरेक्टर जेमिति गोटे बदमाश खराब लोकटे करप्ट लोकटे तार स्टोरीटा सेमती करप्ट होइते ता चेहराटा सेमती हेतिबो आ जे ताकू चॉसर जाकू भलो कहिसन जा भलो चार जण कहिसंती one is the knight, the plowman, the parson and the Oxford clerk. ए चार जण भलो लोक. Those were honest, those who were committed to the job and they did with all sincerity and honesty. Emanale charita character. Out of the 29 pilgrims, narrator aku chhado, ye je chari jano ko Chaucer has not criticized. He has rather praised these 4 people. So ye chari jano ko story bhi sette bhalo story. So ei manka bhitere kon hechi. So the merchant store. So the merchant, they were all belong to the corrupt section. तांको से corruption section रे रखा है आ जी जत्तो को खराब लोक तांका स्टोरी भी सेती खराब तांको चेहरा भी सेती खराब करा है समनर काम होला समन करे पैसा पत्र लोकन मारे चोरी करे लोकन को एक्सट्रैक्ट करे लोकन को तते मु डाकी नेबिनी चर्च को बिकॉज़ चर्च तो सब करथला ना चर्च लोक पठाए समन पठाए जा समनर को जा से लोक टाणी धरी के आस सेकला अधिका पैसा देले मु तते नेबिनी सो दैट इज हाउ ही वाज अर्निंग मनी हमर जेमती ऑफिस को गले तुम कम हम फाइल हम किसी पैसा नदेले तुम फाइल कम एना हेनी समस लगी जमीती एक्जाक्टली से भी थिला समनर रो मुहटारे एते स्पॉट्स थिला जे छोटो पिला देखले डरिबे चिल्ड्रन यूज्ड टू गेट बी अफ्रेड ऑफ हिज लुक्स ऑफ द समनर दैट मीन्स द समनर लुक्स लाइक ए डेविल काने ता कामटा सेमती डेविलिश काम he was a devil so his work was also a devil so the children were afraid of his face. The wife of Bath was A. lame, B. blind, C. deaf, D. none of A, B and C. Ebe kuo answer ta is very easy already. I have already told you wife of Bath visare. Very good deaf कार कहि pra ebe just कहतली wife of Bath को तार फिफ्थ हस्बैंड ताको एमती चापड़ाटे मार थापड़ मारला जे से तार निश्चय कोड कोड गोटे वेन किबा कोन वाज डिस्ट्रॉयड एंड शी बिकेम डेफ. So option C is the right answer. She was deaf. Which work of Chaucer bears close resemblance to Dante's Divine Comedy? Which work of Chaucer bears close resemblance to Dante's Divine Comedy? A. The Parliament of Owls, B. The House of Fame, C. The Legend of Good Women, D. The Canterbury Tales. To answer, it is a Google देखनी. It is the option B, the House of Fame. Because the Parliament of Fowls, fowls माने birds. Birds माने select करछन्ति Saint Valentine's Day रे. ठीक मन रखो. Parliament of Fowls poem रे the birds gather तांकु तांकर Valentine's Day रे they will select their partner. House of Fame रे Dante को Divine Comedy रे कोन हेछि ना the character goes through inferno. आमर जेंती गला बेले नरक स्वर्ग माने मध्य लोक देकी लोक जानती जाई 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 यू सी कि कौन तुम करिछ कौन पाप करिछ जे बहुत खराब को नरक रे घंटी हबो हमर जो बिलीफ तांकर भी सही बिलीफ थिला सो पर्गेटरी इन्फर्नो सेमिति हाउस ऑफ फेम्स रे चॉसर इज कैरिड बाय अ गोल्डन ईगल टू द हाउस ऑफ फेम्स. Chaucer is carried by a golden eagle to the house of fame. In dash, Chaucer has first used the heroic couplet. Troilus and Cressida, B. Legend of Good Women, C. The Canterbury Tales, D. The House of Fame. प्रथम heroic couplet एटा भी मैं कहिछि The Legend of Good Women. The Legend of Good Women कहीं Chaucer लिखले because in his earlier works he had shown the women in such a poor light. स्त्री लोकों को एते खराब आखिरे माने तांको तांकर जो चित्रण करा जायछि स्त्री लोक मान एते खराब वे चित्रण माने एज ए नेगेटिव वे तांको पेंट करा हिछि पिक्चरटा तो Chaucer want to amend नाइ थाउ ठीक अछि आ एते करबिनी let me write about the good women virtuous woman. So he wrote the Legend of Good Women. And तांको भीतर अछि Cleopatra. The Legend of Good Women, there is Cleopatra, mention of Cleopatra. Chaucer's dash entitles him to the claim of being called the father of English poetry. For which work Chaucer is called the father of English poetry? A. The Book of the Duchess, B. The Parliament Fowls, C. The Canterbury Tales, D. The House of Fame. Yes, obviously the father of the Canterbury Tales, option C, because Chaucer had 3 phases: French phase, Italian phase and English phase. And the projection of the portraying of is such a wonderful way, the characters. Each character is beautifully described करछंती, because storyline गुड़ा का सबु borrow कराइछि, किछि original नुहे, किछि किछि सांग भी तो original. Franklin's Tale रो किछि original, Merchant Tales से किछि original, किछि part, किछि portion original. Otherwise से सबु से Italian ठो Boccaccio इमान ठो copy करछंती. Model गुड़ा कानिछंती, ताको slide change करिकरी ताको लेखछंती. So the English phase, he was famous for the Canterbury. So people remember Chaucer first for the Canterbury Tales, second the Book of Duchess, third which is Troilus and Cressida. These 3 are the most notable works of Chaucer. The Canterbury Tales 100 paivo, Troilus and Cressida paivo 70, Book of Duchess paivo 40. It has a gradation. And that is the reason why, because of his characterization, a range of characters belonging to different segments of the society, the artisans, the skilled artisans, the businessmen, the sea pirates, the peasants, the warriors, the clergy and the nobility touch kar rahe hain. So the way he has characterized, the way he has created the wife of Bath, the character of the prioress, the knight. So that is the reason he said he is, so G.K. Chesterton said, he is not only the father of English poetry, which Dryden called him, he is also the grandfather of all our million novelists. All the million novels, taro he is the grandfather. Because novel gudakara first most important aspect hochi character story. And Chaucer had in Canterbury Tales, he had characters and he has story. But they were written in verse. Poetry लिखा है, poem लिखा है. They were written in verse. Poetry form में लिखा है, poem form में लिखा है. Though novel is a prose fiction. For Canterbury Tales, Chaucer is known as the father of English poetry. In the prologue, children were afraid of whose face? A. Miller, B. Plowman, C. Carpenter, D. Summoner. Ebe koi the answer ta? Option D, the summoner is the right answer. The summoner face, muhota ette kharab, ette spot, pock mark bala hachi. When children see the summoner's face, they are scared, they are afraid. In Nun's Priest's Tale, the poor widow had dash daughters. A3, B2, C4, D5. Canterbury Tales from कहल पा Nun's Priest's Tale, Knight's Tale, Partner's Tale, the Physician's Tale, Wife of Bath's Tale. এই পাঁচটা নিহাতি পড়া দাও. So Nun's Priest's Tale টা কার? Tell me. एगुड़ा तो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन थाए ना पार्टनर स्टाइल नाइट स्टाइल नॉन स्प्रिट स्टाइल ए तीन टा सब बेले थाए आमे तो पढुथुल ना व्हेन वी वर डूइंग अ पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन एटा थिला हमर प्रोलॉग टू कैंटरबरी टेल्स थिला ए तीन टा ए गुडा को ए स्टोरी ए टेल गुडा को थिला को समनर मधुस्मिता महांती इट इज समनर समन जे करे समनर एटा भूल हेची आई हैव रिटन आर समन जे पठाए जे समन कोर्ट रु समन कैरी करिकरी निए से लोक को कुआ जाए समनर जे बेक करे से हला बेकर जंदी जे समन कैरी करे ताको कहते समनर वर्ब टा ही परिबनी इट इज ऑलवेज एन एडजेक्टिव और ए नाउन इडी लगेला वर्ब हे गला और पास्ट पार्टिसिपल हला एटा को इन नॉन स्प्रिस्टल द पुअर विडो हैड हाउ मेनी डॉटर्स नॉन स्प्रिस्टल प्रथम 3 लाइन लिखाई छी there lived a poor widow with her 2 daughters तार गोटे सबुठ नॉन स्प्रिस्टल टा कौन है option B is the right answer he had 2 daughters the poor widow right enter non-spristal what Chaucer wants to show how a widow what kind of a life she leads a very poor poverty stricken life she leads एपटे तार जो कॉक टा गंजा ता ना होची चॉन्टिक्लियर फ्रेंच ना जेहेतु सा कहते चॉन्टिक्लियर तार एते माने ताको एंड इट इज अ मॉक हीरो रिटन इन मॉक हीरोइक स्टाइल द नॉन स्प्रिस्टल मन रखो ता विषय इट इज रिटन इन मॉक हीरोइक स्टाइल माने कौन सिंपल एकदम ट्रिवियल सिंपल छोटो जिनसटे हेतिबो ताको ट्रीटमेंट कराइतो एकदम ग्रैंड वे रे जेंती अलेक्जेंडर पोप कर जो अच्छी रेप ऑफ द लॉक poem it's a mock heroic poem kaiki now what is the subject matter is that there was a theft of a lock of hair Arabella lock of hair Lord Peter चोरी कला नहीं करी पड़ेले काटिकरी ताको मॉक एकदम ग्रैंड स्टाइल रे वॉर पार्टी सब जिनस को पूरा पूरी ग्रैंड स्केल रे जंती महाभारत रामायण जंती डिस्क्रिप्शन होता है ताको सेमती डिस्क्राइब कराई सेमती ताको कहते मॉक हीरोइक ट्रिवियल मैटर सिली मैटर को थीम को अति ग्रैंड स्टाइल रे लिखिबाटा कहते मॉक हीरोइक तो एठी मॉक हीरोइक काहे की कहै छी नॉन स्टाइल रे बिकॉज़ एठी हेची हु इज द हीरो एठी होची सॉरी अ कॉक चॉन्टिक्लियर होची गंजाटे कॉकटे सी एते बढ़िया कॉकर डुडुल डू गाए एते सुंदर गाए जे ताकू माने तापे ता हेन मान जेंती सेला होची सलमान खान so all the hens they were impressed by his voice so he has 7 wives the satata hen they were his admirers तांका भितरु तार मोस्ट फेवरेट होची मन रखिबे सोडा पर्टिलोट होची मोस्ट फेवरेट hen or wife पर्टिलोट and there is a fox ता ना होची रसेल मन रखता fox ना होची रसेल RUSSEL रसेल होची से fox रो so the widow had so Chanticleer used to lead a wonderful life पूरा पूरा राजा वाला रहउतला एपटे कंट्रास्ट रे ता मालिक जी तार जे मालकिन वाज ए पुअर एंड लिव्ड इन अ वेरी रिचेड कंडीशन से अति दुष्ट अवस्था रे थला ये कि थाट रे Chanticleer. So what happened? से दिन बटलेट को कहला मोर गोटे ड्रीम देखिली I am being attacked. बटलेट कहला मे भी कौन गुड़ाए खाई रात गुड़ाए खाई दे तू से इनता ड्रीम देख ड्रीम फ्रीम भूली जा. Again एठी भी Chaucer is presenting the women in a very derogatory manner. ता वाइफ कथा मानला बोली हैरान है से कहला ना ना किछि डर ना कि ना फ्रीली बोल किंतु वन से दिन गोटे फॉक्स सारला धरला कहला सो ये भाविला कहीं आसी ना 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 मु आसनी तते मारिया कि ना योर फादर इज टू सिंग अ लव ब्यूटिफुली आई हैव कम टू तोर गीत केमती सुंदर कि कॉकर डुडल डू कहू ताको सुनिया पे आसी तो ये आखि बुझी जो गाय कॉकर डुडल डू कह जाऊँ बेकू धरला फॉक्स धरिक चलला जेन दौड़ी पड़ेला तो वाइफ रो कथा मानिला बोली मला तो सी बुद्धि खर्च कला से कहला देखे ये समझ वेन देन एक्चुअली देयर वाज अ कमोशन पार्टी न माने जो तार विडोर कैंपस रे हला तो जतक गीज बीज ठू आरंभ करके तार द विडो हिज टू डॉटर्स समस्त ता पछर फॉक्स पछर गोड़ेले चंटिक्लेयर फॉक्स को कहला देखे तो कहीं से मत गोड़े गाड़ी दे अଯଥା कहीं गोड़े तो पछरे फॉक्स को हाँ भल कथा कहला फॉक्स टर्न बैक टू स्कोल्ड देम जेमिति पार्टीटा खोल देछि ये उड़िकी पड़े. दैट इज द स्टोरी ऑफ नॉनस्प्रिंग. Andromache was the wife of A. Canelphas, Hector, B. Hector, C. Croesus, D. Microbus. It is Hector's wife, husband was the wife of Hector. Hector was a warrior. एवढा सब ग्रीक मिथोलॉजी रे अछि. तो सेते बेले ड्यूरिंग चॉसर्स टाइम इंग्लिश तो लैंग्वेज गोटे नथिला. इंग्लैंड को स्पेन सब बेले अटैक करथला. इंग्लैंड वाज अटैक्ड बाय मेनी लाइक पोर्टुगल, स्पेन, France. They were powerful country and most of the tankar most sophisticated language thila English लोकंकर सेते बेले ए जो people of England सही समर इंग्लैंड ये लैटिन जानी थला ये फ्रेंच जानी थला. तो आम पे इंडिया रे जेमती हमर जे संस्कृत जानी जे इंग्लिश जानी से होची महाज्ञानी सेमती तांकर जे लैटिन जानी थला जे फ्रेंच जानी थला से महाज्ञानी. तेणु कंपिटिशन थिला किए केते लैटिन जानी परिबो किए केते लैटिन पढ़ी परिबो. तो लैटिन पढ़ीबाटा गोटे प्रेस्टीज इश्यू थिला. In the first line of the prologue, which month has been referred to by Chaucer? A. March, B. June, C. May, D. April. What? In the first line of the prologue, which month has been referred to by Chaucer? What? Tell me. Yes, it is April. T.S. Eliot in his Westland has written, April is the cruelest month, which is normally a wonderful month, but T.S. Eliot in his Westland says, April is the cruelest month. And Chaucer says, April is a beautiful month. When the Saure Shute, Aprile, I think April is right written as Aprile, A-P-R-I-L-E. So option D is the right answer. Chanticleer was the name of which of the following? A. Ship, B. Sow, D. C. Cock, D. Cow. Ebe कहली story टा कहली. When the sweet sours of April केबे इनते प्रज्ञाश्री महांती ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट रे तमे पैराफ्रेजिंग टा को कहि दोछ लिखुछ. ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट रे सेटा लिखाइनी. When the sweet sours of April लिखाबिनी. Chaucerian Middle English is different English. Chanticleer was the name of which of the following? Sheep, sow, D, C, cock, D, cow. Very good. Everybody just koichi. The name of a Gonja cock. He has 7 wives. Hen. So option C is the right answer. Cock. Who is the author of Imparted the Plowman? Langland saw a series of visions. What was the first vision that he saw? So William Langland, who is a contemporary of, close contemporary of Chaucer. Chaucer ka these are contemporary Langland, Chaucer and Gower, John Gower. So Langland is famous for Imparted the Plowman. Jar full title hochi the vision of Williams, the vision of man's the vision of a the full na hochi Pyre Plowman hochi the vision of the Pyres the Plowman. The total full title ta. In short title hochi Pyres and Plowman. So William Langland ka Pyres Plowman, which is what it is. ସେତେବେଳେ ଏମାନେ ଯୋଉ ପୋଏମ୍ ଗୁଡାକ ଲେଖୁଥିଲେ ମୋଷ୍ଟଲି ପୋଏମ୍ ଗୁଡାକ ହଉଛି ଡ୍ରିମ୍ ଆଲିଗେରୀ. What is an allegory? ସେଇ ଇନସିଡେଣ୍ଟ ଟାକୁ ଅଲଗା ନାଁ ଦେଇକିରି କୁହା ହଉଥିଲା. And it is always based on dream. ଶୋଇଥିବା ଡ୍ରିମ୍ ଦେଖୁଛ, ଡ୍ରିମ୍ ରେ ଏଠି ଗଲ ସେଠି ଗଲ. In the house of fame ରେ Chaucer sees he is carried by a golden eagle to the house of fames. ସେମିତି Pyres the Plowman, Plowman ର ନାଁ ହେଲା Pyres. तो सेठी से कौन देखुछ? He sees a vision प्रथम. गोटे टावर टे अछि जोटा कि भगवान हेवन, आउ गोटे रहला डंजन टे जोटा हेल तळे, इन बिटवीन गोटे पैच ऑफ लैंड देखा जाउची. सेटा होची जोटी ह्यूमन बीइंग्स सेठी देखा जाउछंती से विजन रे. इन पार्ट्स ऑफ प्लावमैन विल मीन्स विल इज द कैरेक्टर. विल देखुची गोटे विजन. विल किए विलियम निजे तो विल सीज अ flock of people. So he sees the vision of a field full of fox. Eta alliteration dekha. Settebale most of the poems were written in an alliterative form. So field full of fox. F, F, F. Tinta consonant sound. Repetition of consonant sound is called alliteration. So field full of fox. The first vision is the field full of fox. Folks. Gower means John Gower. Gower was a contemporary of A. Spencer, B. Shakespeare, C. Marlowe, D. Chaucer. John Gower कहाँ contemporary थिले? Whose contemporary was Gower? Chaucer, Barber, Gower, Langland, एमने सब contemporary. अतंगर most closest contemporary है Langland and Gower. So Gower was a contemporary of option D, Chaucer. In whose hands is wickedness? Bible. John Barber's Bruce, a poem that deals with the scheme A. National, B. Political, C. Social, D. Moral. John Barber was a Scottish poet. In his poem Bruce, B-R-U-S actually B-R-U-C-E, he talks about the national movement in Scotland. So the poem deals with the scheme of national. A. National, B. Political, C. Social, D. Moral. It is national because he writes about the national movement. Because Scotland they were trying for the freedom. Confession Mantis is a great English work written by A. William Langland, B. Geoffrey Chaucer, C. John Gower, D. None of A, B and C. मंडे दिन पढ़ी सांगे सांग कह एटा मंडे दिन पढ़ी जदि ताकू घरे जाके इमिडिएटली पढ़ी था तो इमिडिएटली आंसर कर पाता कन्फेशन मेंटिस is a great English work written by William Langland, Chaucer, Gower, John Gower, and none of the above, none of ABC. Rasmita Polaik, it is not moral, it is national. Kohili pura that deals with Scotland's national movement. John Gower तीनटा जिनस लिखिले Vox Clementis, it is in Latin. Speculum Menditatis, it is in French. Confession Mentis, it is written in English. It is written by John Gower. The character prelude note, a pertilote, appears in which of the following tale? This is pertilote. Pertilote is the name of the hen which is in the nun's priest tale. A. The Canterbury Tales, B. Nun's priest tale, D. Friar's tale, C. D. Pardoner's tale. It is option B, nun's priest tale. This is also a nun's priest tale. Kenilworth, the noble king of Mercia, has been referred to in which of the following tale? It is option C, nun's priest tale, because since it is a mock epic, it is a mock heroic poem. Since nun's priest tale gote mock heroic poem, mock heroic style लिखा है तेणु गोटे गंजा विषय लिखा हम तेणु हिस्टोरिकल ग्रीक वारियर मान विषय लिखाई बड़ बड़ लोक विषय लिखाई ग्रैंड स्टाइल ट्रीटमेंट कराई ना. So all these characters they appear in nun's priest tale. Chaucer celebrated some princely betrothal in which of his works? A. The House of Fame, B. Legend of Good Women, C. The Parliament of Fowls, D. None of A, B and C. Betrothal means what? Engagement. Parliament Fowls deals with the scent on Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day, normally what happens? People, those who are together, or a person who is in search of a partner, tries to get a partner on Valentine's Day. So the many birds they gather sedina seti Valentine's Day and they are given their partners. So seti Valentine's Day so Valentine's Day kothre ko lekha mention karaichi option C, the Parliament of Fowls. So seti some princely betrothal in which of his work? Engaged they are coming together. For his Troilus and Cressida, Chaucer owes to A. Dante, B. Boccaccio, C. Petrarch, D. None of A, B and C. Troilus and Cressida is based on Boccaccio's Philostrato. So he is indebted, he owes to option B, Boccaccio. Dante's Divine Comedy, House of Fame. Dante's Divine Comedy आसी House of Fame. Boccaccio Philostrato होची Troilus and Cressida. Canterbury Tales होची Boccaccio Decameron ऊपर best. Which tale of Chaucer is based in part on a notable French sermon of Friar Lawrence? A. Friar's Tale, B. Pardoner's Tale, C. Parson's Tale, D. Monk's Tale. This option C is the right answer. It is a Parson's Tale. Because Parson got a bhalo lokoti thile. So in Parson's, since he was a nice person, so the Parson's Tale was narrated in prose. Out of the 24 tales, 2 tales, tale of Meliboeus, the Chaucer Nijagara, that is written in prose. Parson's Tale is written in prose. Baki 22 are written in verse. And poetry poem akarre, egoda hala prose akarre lekha. So Parson was a nice person, whom is a good character, noble character. So the Parson is a poor man. He does his work with all sincerity. The sermon, scene, salvation, ei bishay se kathabarta kare. In his tale, the parson has talked about salvation. He has talked about the good things of life. So, the parson's tale is based on partly on the French sermon of Friar Lawrence. Dash translated Romance of the Rose, a French work, into English. Roman de la Rose. The French period of Chaucer. So, it is option C, B, Chaucer. Chaucer translated Romance of the Rose, a French work, into English. A. Thomas Malory, B. Geoffrey Chaucer, C. Langland, D. Gower. It was Gower, sorry, it is Chaucer who translated Roman de la Rose. The Voyage and Travels of Sir John Mandeville was originally written in A. Latin, B. Spanish, C. English, D. French. ताकू भी करिछि मु एते शॉर्ट रे करिछि सेदिन देइथिली एंटायर एज ऑफ चॉसर को दिथर पढले भी तम मन रहि थांता हु सेड मैलोरी रश्मिता पल्लई पढुनो बोधे नॉट मैलोरी इट्स चॉसर it's option D, French. It was written in French. Who is the author of, again very easy, who is the author of Troilus and Cressida? It is option C, Chaucer. Who is called the father of, again the same thing, who is called the father of English poetry? Who is called the father of English poetry? Same thing, it is Geoffrey Chaucer. Next question. Which language had an indelible impact on Chaucer? A. Roman. Shall I say question? That is Latin is the right answer. Next question. Chaucer lived during the reigns of my first few lines on Monday was this. That Chaucer lived during the reigns of A. Edward III, B. Richard II and Henry IV, B. Edward III and Henry IV, C. Richard II and Henry IV, D. Edward III and Richard II. Chaucer, during entire Chaucer, who lived from 1340 to 1400. He was born on 1340 and died in 1400. During these 60 years of his life, Chaucer had seen 3 kings, 3 monarchs. Gotala Edward III, तार पुओ रिचर्ड II, 1399 रे, I think it's 1399 October, Henry IV ascended the throne. So Chaucer has seen 3 monarchs during his lifetime. This option A is the right answer. The verse in the Canterbury Tales consists of A. Rhymed couplets, B. Alliterative lines, C. Unrhymed couplets, D. Alternative lines rhyming. The verse in Canterbury Tales consists of what? Rhymed couplets, alliterative lines, unrhymed couplets, alternative lines rhyming. most of the Canterbury Tales rahuchi is rhymed couplets. Option A is the rhymed couplet. सब couplets couple दीदी टिके लाइन वाला है आउ तार आउ they are rhyming couplets. The last word of the first line rhymes with the last word of the second line. Next, how many pilgrims are going on the pilgrimage in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales? A 55, B 21, C 31, D 29. এটা অতি ইজি কোয়েশ্চেনটা কো आंसर फटाफट को इट्स अ वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन how many pilgrims were there? Pilgrims. Pragyanshri Mohanty, you are getting confused. Pilgrim कहली पूरा pilgrim थिले 29 30 हैला देखियो मो जहाँ नोट्स देछि +1 होची narrator +1 होची the host Harry Bailey. Harry Bailey was the host. Tabard Inn ro host is not तांको pilgrim नथिले ए pilgrim होस्ट को संगे होस्ट को Tabard Inn रे एकाठी हेले सेठू से माने कैंटरबरी जिबे तो एमाने हेले पिलग्रिम्स एमाने तीर्थ रे जाउथिले जेंति तीर्थयात्री बस रे बस ड्राइवर इज नॉट ए तीर्थयात्री बस ड्राइवर कामल तांग धरि की आसला क्लीनर कामल तांग धरि की आसला यात्री माने के तीर्थयात्री को माने जो माने टिकट किन की सीट रे बसचंती सेही माने हेले तीर्थयात्री बस रा क्लीनर नुहे किबा बस रा ड्राइवर नुहे सेमिति इन Chaucer's Canterbury Tales टोटल लोक जाउछंती 31 29 pilgrims including Chaucer plus the narrator plus the host किंतु एक्चुअल पिलग्रिम होचंती तीर्थयात्री होचंती 29 ऑप्शन डी इज द राइट आंसर नेवर गेट कंफ्यूज्ड 31 हैरी बेली इज नॉट द ये से तने जस्ट एक्कंपनी करिछि जे तीर्थ करिया को जाइछन ए 29 जण पिलग्रिम्स माने कोन ओडिया रे तीर्थयात्री तीर्थ यात्राटा को कहते पिलग्रिमेज The Canterbury Tales is A. lyrical, B. allegorical, C. mythical, D. ironical. The Canterbury Tales is lyrical, allegorical, mythical, ironical. It is not myth, it is not lyrical. Lyrical poetry is having lyrics and rhythm and other things ताकू छाड़ it's not that it is allegorical कारण सब character मन को से माने मनकर जाने जो allegory is what माने there is always a underlying meaning जेंति Miller's tale रे what does the reef say about the miller से एमती गोटे लोक थिला मान पूरा जमती से स्टोरीटा पढ़िला पर स्टोरीटा सुनिला पर मिलर कहबो से स्टोरी से मते मीन करी लिखा होची सेटा होची एलिगोरिकल तो एलिगोरी वे रे एलिगोरिकल मेथड यूज करी करी जे जहा को क्रिटिसाइज करिया कथा जहा को कंडेम करिया कथा गाली दबार थाए सब थाए से माने एलिगोरिकल मेथड रे जिवे सो दैट केही केस करि परबेनी कोर्ट को जाई परबे तो हमर सब फिल्म रे कोन लिखाई थाए जदियो से कैरेक्टर को समाने मुंडर रखिकी डायरेक्टर करिछि माने द स्क्रिप्ट राइटर और डायरेक्टर करछंती समान लिखंती ऑल द कैरेक्टर्स आर फिक्टिशियस सब इमेजिनरी कैरेक्टर वी आर नॉट रेस्पोंसिबल जदी कोनोसी कैरेक्टर रो किछि सामंजस्य बा लिंक सिमिलरिटी पाउची एटा होची आमे केबे वी हैव नॉट मेड डन इट इंटेंशनली एटा जस्ट एक्सीडेंटल किए को कैरेक्टर संगे निजको कनेक्ट करूची किंतु ऑल द कैरेक्टर्स इन द मूवी दे आर ऑल इमेजिनरी कैरेक्टर्स सेमिति एलिगरी होची सेटा you always have a hidden meaning under a second meaning hidden, and in those days mostly the writers were using dream allegory. Okay, so option B is the right answer. Mythical में कौन से myth, वो Greek myth की Latin myth use है नहीं. Ironical irony माने कौन? You say something, you mean something else. तमें निहाती मेडियोकर स्टूडेंट को कही यू आर ए ब्रिलियंट स्टूडेंट तमें कौन तुम थट्टा करी कहूच तुम जानी भल से एवरेज बिलो एवरेज पिला तुम पंडित कहले एक्चुअली से खराब लगे दैट इज कॉल्ड आयरनिकल स्टेटमेंट तुम जहाँ कहूच तुम मीन से करूनो तुम मीन कर समथिंग एल्स द रॉक्स ऑफ ब्रिटानी फीचर इन चॉसर्स A. Miller's Tale, B. Wife of Bath's Tale, C. Franklin's Tale, D. Parsons' Tale. It is option C, Franklin's Tale. The Rock of Brittany होची Franklin's Tale एटा सब बढ़िया बढ़िया इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है आईमा कहानी सब ऑलवेज अबाउट लव स्टोरी गोटे झीटे वेरी फेथफुल टू हर हजबैंड एंड another person is पूरा पागलता पे जे झीटा पे द लेडी पे बट सी सेज नो आई विल नॉट सो ही ऑलवेज ट्राइज टू रेजिस्ट दैट पर्सन तापर से देखा गोटे इम्पॉसिबल टास्क ताको देबी जदि सबु जाक रॉक्स गुड़ाक रिमूव हो जिवो तेबे जाके मु तते बाहेबी इन द मीनवाइल द हस्बैंड बाहर जाइची ऑन एंड द हस्बैंड रिटर्न्स एंड द वाइफ इज वेरी हैप्पी टू सी हर हस्बैंड किंतु ये समाउ केमती आमर ठाकुर को शिव को पूजा करी कौन पाइला so he manages magically to remove all the rocks and the girl according to the terms and condition कहता जे rocks रो remove कले I will marry you तापर से फ्रैंक से जो लोकटी कहछि ना ना you are such a faithful wife ता husband को चिंतु एकले एमती गोटे करिछु condition you better marry him कुछ नो जो फ्रैंकलिन मना कुछ ना सॉरी द अदर कैरेक्टर सेज नो योर वाइफ इज सो फेथफुल सो ऑनेस्ट सो कमिटेड मु तक जिते ट्राई कर फसैया पे जम्मा मो कथा शुणिनी यू टेक बैक यू रिमेन हैप्पीली एज अ हस्बैंड वाइफ द फ्रैंकलिन्स टेल How many women characters figure in the prologue? A3, B2, C1, D4. How many women characters figure in the prologue? A3, B2, C1, D4. सागर साउ 3 केते थर 3 थर कहि सलेनी मैडम इग्लिंटाइन एलिसन आ गोटा ना सेकंड नाम तीनटा होची विमेन कैरेक्टर ऑप्शन ए इज द राइट आंसर while Chaucer was in Italy he came into contact with the works of A. Dante, B. Boccaccio, C. Petrarch, D. all of A, B and C. It is option D, all of A, B and C, because when Chaucer went in his diplomatic mission, he was sent to Italy. Then he came in contact with Dante, Boccaccio and Petrarch. 3 greats. Petrarch होची Petrarchan sonnet जो 14 लाइन octave sestet and Boccaccio, famous for his Decameron, and Dante, famous for his Divine Comedy. And Chaucer and T.S. Eliot considers Dante is one of the greatest literary figures. Dante ko samaste. They have considered him to be one of the greatest literary figures in European literature. In which month? Again the same thing. They went in April. Option B. It has repeat question. What kind of book is the Book of the Duchess? A. Epic, B. Satire, C. Allegory, D. Ballad. What kind of a book? Is the Book of the Duchess? तमें सब किसी सुनुन मुझे कहूँ सेतेबेले मोस्टली इट वाज रिटन एलिगरी होची सबुटो मेन जिंस मोस्टली ड्रीम एलिगरी होची तांका पैटर्न थिला लिखुथिले सो द बुक ऑफ डचेस इज एन एलिगरी ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर हाउ मेनी ecclesiastical characters ecclesiastical कहथिली it is related to the church clergymen. How many ecclesiastical characters are portrayed in the prologue? A11, B4, C8, D7. Can anybody write down the names of the ecclesiastical characters? 7, 8, 9 कहि दउछ कहलो को माने को मते कहला लिस्ट कहला ecclesiastical characters option C 8 मारिच 8 now name the 8 characters को माने ये 29 pilgrims को भितरु 8 जण जो ecclesiastical characters Nero's you are writing 7. I will tell you 7 types, 8 numbers. वो किए सब अच्छा प्रथम है monk 8 जण किए monk गोटे friar pardoner summoner prioress कौन प्ले 1 2 3 4 5 ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କିଏ ରହିଲା monk friar pardoner summoner prioress ଆଉ କୁହ ऑक्सफोर्ड क्लार्क गोटे जो क्लार्क जो है दीटा नन अच्छा वाइफ ऑफ बाथ गोटे मैडम एग्लिंटन गोटे नन आउ गोटे नन है किए और सेकेंड नन अच्छा 3टा विमेन कैरेक्टर तो नंबर कौन नंबर है आउ गोटे नन तो कितना है 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 आउ 8 कैरेक्टर किए को मन पका द monk 8 कैरेक्टर आउ गोटे अच्छी 8 कैरेक्टर प्रायरस को हेल्प मी हेल्प मी प्ले नॉन दी जन 3टा विमेन कैरेक्टर पूरा वाइफ ऑफ बाथ गोटे विमेन कैरेक्टर आउ मैडम एग्लिंटन प्रायरस तार आउ सेकेंड नन अच्छी 3 जन नन है 3 जन विमेन कैरेक्टर तो ता भीतर प्रायरस गोटे गोटे नन गोटे 2 जन है नन 2 जन तमें तापर है सॉरी पार्सन गला गोटे है पार्सन सब मोस्ट पार्सन who is the most honest clergyman आंकर समस्ते याकू ऑक्सफोर्ड क्लर्क और आकू 2 जन छाड़ीदेले इमाने हेले समस्ते all of them are corrupt because the clergyman रो तांकर सेतेबेले तांकर रिक्वायरमेंट थला हमर जेंती मुनि ऋषि माने माने कोन जंगल रे आश्रम रे रहउतले से फल जंगल रु जहा पाइले ताको खाइकरी और जहा राजा माने भेटी गिफ्ट दउतले सेही से चलुतले they used to lead a very noble life माने a very pious noble life but in a very and they will lead a very in a very simple way ordinary जहा खाइकरी भात डालमा खाइकरी से माने रहउतले किंतु से माने को थॉट्स गुडा को तला एक्सट्रीमली हाई थॉट सिंपल लिविंग हाई थिंकिंग हमर मुनि ऋषि मानकर थिला तो तांकर थिला क्लर्क जो माने चर्च संगे एसोसिएटेड तांकर काम है लोकों को साल्वेशन दबा लोकों को मुक्तिर बाट देखेबे सो दैट दे कैन मूव इन द वे ऑफ इन द पाथ ऑफ ट्रूथ किंतु एमाने ए मॉन्क नॉन फ्रायर पार्टनर से कहबो कोन शिप रे गोटे हाड़टे धरतिबो हमर जेंते लोक माने आसंती ए म आसीची बद्रीनाथ रो ए बेलपत्र अरे से बेलपत्र एठु आनी के आसी ई बद्रीनाथ रो बेलपत्र आनी हु नोस तो से सेमती शिप रो हाड़ धरी कहबो लोक एटा छुई दबो तम एटा भल हे जिवो एटा हम दियो सो दैट इज मो पाके एते भल एमते जिंस अछि दैट विल हेल्प यू इन साल्वेशन मते पैसा दियो हमर जेंते घर घर लोक बुलंतनी पत्थर गोटे धरिक ए पत्थरटा नियो आकु पिंध तुम देख तुम सब प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो एति टंका हमको दियो तो पार्टनर काम थिला आई विल पार्डन यू मु तुमको पार्डन करदेवी ठाकुर तुमको क्षमा करदेवे यही जिनस कर पैसा मत दियो जेते पैसा देला से ताकू पार्टनर कहबो जे तोर संगे संग तो सब जेते पाप करछ सब धोई हे जिवो तो पैसा रे सब किछ हे परिबो तो दीज पीपल आर वेरी वेरी करप्ट समना पैसा नहीं कह मुझे दिए पैसा ना घुसड़ घुसड़ नहीं जी प्रायरस से तार गोल्डन ब्रूच लगे से पूरा टेबल मैनर्स तार बढ़िया थी तो सी इज करप्ट समनर इज करप्ट पार्टनर इज करप्ट फ्रायर इज करप्ट मॉन्क इज करप्ट मॉन्क तार हंटिंग भल पाए माने माने एकदम जो कहते नहीं दे यूज्ड टू लीड अ वेरी लैविश लाइफ they were supposed to live in poverty in penury they are supposed to live in a very very simple life किंतु से माने lavishly रहउतले so these are the 8 is it clear 8 pilgrims 7 types माने 7टा कैटेगरी रो understand मु तो पर्सन कहला पर तमारे संगे संगे कहि थान त ना name the inn where the pilgrims assembled for the night A temple inn B southward inn C tabard inn D St Becket inn in CHAUCER Next question. तो फटाफट लिखो. It is option C, Tabardine. The House of Fame, again the House of Fame, very simple, is written by option B, Chaucer. Which prose work? Troilus and Cressida, Legend of Good Women, The House of Fame, Treatise on the Astrolabe. Which is a prose work? Which is a prose work of Chaucer? A, Troilus and Cressida, B, Legend of Good Women, C, The House of Fame, D, Treatise on the Astrolabe. So, this is a poem. Legend of Good Women is a poem. The House of Fame is a poem. Option D is the right answer. Treatise on the Astrolabe. It is a prose work written by Chaucer, but Chaucer is not known for his prose work. Chaucer is known for his poems, and this, the Treatise of Astrolabe, it is about the astronomy. It is about astronomers, the astronomy of, about the various celestial bodies. Astronomer कर काम कौन? Astrology astronomer कर काम कौन? से माने ग्रह मानकर स्थिति देखंती. Astrology astronomer से माने ग्रह मानको, all the planets and the celestial bodies, they study them. So it is always believed that Chaucer का गोटे पुओ थिला, छोटिया पिला पुओटे थिला. His name was Lewis, and Chaucer, he was only 10 years old. So it is believed, लोग believe करंती that the treatise on the astrolabe was written for his daughter, for his son, young son, 10-year-old young son Lewis. It was written for his 10-year-old young son Lewis. The Rhyme Royal is issued by which of the following? A, Langland, B, Malory, C, Chaucer, D, none of A, B and C. So, Chaucerian stanza was also known as a royal Rhyme Royal. So, it is option C, Chaucer. Chaucer has used the technique of mock heroic in which of the following? A, the House of Fame, B, the Canterbury Tale, C, Nun's Priest Tale, D, Pardoner's Tale. এটা ମୁଁ ଆଉ ଫର୍ଦର କହିବିନି. ଗୁଗଲ ଫୁଗଲ ଦେଖନି, ମୁଁ ଏତେ ପଢ଼େଇଲିଣି ୟାର ଭିତରେ 1.5-2 ଘଣ୍ଟା ହେଲାଣି. ତମେ କୁହ କୋଉଟା ମକ୍ ହିରୋଇକ୍ ଥିଲା? ମକ୍ ହିରୋଇକ୍ ଷ୍ଟାଇଲରେ କୋଉଟା ଥିଲା? ଇମିଡିଏଟଲି କୁହ, ଯେତେ କ୍ୱିକ୍ ଆନ୍ସର ଆସିବ. अच्छा, अक्षय कुमार बेहरा, गीतिस्मिता साहू, कैंटरबरी टेल्स लेक्चर. कोडी आंसर गूगल आंसर अछि कि कैंटरबरी टेल्स ता निहाती अछि आंसर ते मु देखिछि. एबे जस्ट 2-3 मिनिट्स कि 5 मिनिट्स आगर मु पढ़ाई छी ना, मते सुनु ना किछि मु कोन पढ़ाउ छी. जे नॉन्स प्रिस्ट टेल ता गोटे मॉक हिरोइक पोएम टे, स्टोरी टे. मॉक हिरोइक कहा को कहते ताकू भी एक्सप्लेन कली, किंतु आंसर लिखला बड़े गूगल रे देखला कैंटरबरी टेल्स लगे छी, सेटा ठीक आंसर. Option C is the right answer. It is Nun's Priest Tale. Chaucer was not indebted for his sources to one of the following. Identify him. Chaucer कहा टू बोरो करछंती, कहा टू करि नांती. A Homer, B Virgil, C Dante, D Ovid. ए तीन जन हेले इटली रो Latin Virgil, Dante, Ovid. Homer हेले Greek. So Chaucer did not borrow anything from the Greek. Right. Chaucer was influenced by Latin. Chaucer was influenced by French. Italian, Latin, so he was, option A is the right answer. Chaucer's earliest work is A. Prologue to the Canterbury Tales, B. Troilus and Cressida, D. C. The Book of the Duchess, D. Nun's Priest Tale. And Kavitra earliest ki hai. It is the Book of the Duchess. There is a reference to of goddess Venus in which book? A. Legend of Good Women, B. Troilus and Cressida, C. The House of Fame, D. Parliament of Fowls. It is a Parliament of Fowls. So, option D is the right answer. Okay, before I wind up, I will tell you this is all about Chaucer. Chaucer, Canterbury, age of Chaucer, simply mone rakhita who are the prose writers and who are the poets. A Chaucer kara Canterbury Tales taku prologue taku bhalare padhibo. Jemti mu कहली 8 जन होचंती ecclesiastical characters. को 8 जन एही हेले 8 जन. 3 जन हेले warrior class रो knight, squire, yeoman. 3टा women character एतक हम सबु लेखि 29 pilgrim जने narrator जने हेले tabardine host. एमती मिसिक्री 31 किंतु पिलिग्रिम हेले 29. केते गोटे जिंस मो कैटेगोरिकली पॉइंट वाइज आई रोट इट डाउन दैट मंडे दिन करिछि ता माने घर को जाई तमे केही ताको पढुनो ठीक से आ न पढिले नो गॉड कैन हेल्प यू. आई टेल यू वन थिंग जेमति मु आज पढिली ना अनिर्बाण पति हाउ वेल प्रिपेयर्ड दैट पर्सन इज से सबु पाइबो से पिला से सबु पाइबो जो परीक्षा दो से पाइबो मु गारंटी आई कैन गिव इट इन राइटिंग से पिला पाइबो. सिंसियरिटी गोटे जिनस अछि सिंसियरिटी गोटे जिनस आई डोंट फाइंड दैट सिंसियरिटी. मु कहली खातार लिखि दबो जस्ट 4-5 थर पढले पूरा मन रहि जइबो. 4-5 थर पढ़ी देले मन रहि जइबो. Anyway, this is all for age of Chaucer. How further age of Chaucer रे किछ करा हबनी निजे निजे करिवो. तापरे कोन निजे भी सेल्फ स्टडी करिवो ना नाही. Do you think that I will tell you everything from A to Z? And तमे किछि करिवोनी because तमे जत्ते एक्सप्लोर करिवो तमे सेते सेते मन रहबो सेते सेते तमे जानिबो. आ गूगल देखि कि सर्च करके करिवोनी because OPSC PGT परीक्षा रे you will never be given any chance copy करिया पे. मु निजे देखिछि गूगल रेटा अछि कैंटरबरी टेल्स तेणु संगे संगे गूगल देखि कैंटरबरी टेल्स लिखि दला विदाउट अप्लाइंग योर कॉमन सेंस जस्ट 2 मिनिट आगु मु कहिछि जे नॉन्स प्रिस्ट टेल होचे मॉक हीरोइक जेंती रेप ऑफ द लॉक रे जनकर अरेबेला रो लॉक ऑफ हेयर कटा हेला काटिकरी लॉर्ड पीटर नै गले ताकू पूरा पूरी गोटे ग्रैंड स्केल रे ग्रैंड स्टाइल रे ताकू एक्सप्लेन करा गला पोएम लिखाई छी दैट इज कॉल्ड ए मॉक हीरोइक. सब्जेक्ट ट्रीटमेंट स्टाइल होची हीरोइक थीम होची एक्सट्रीमली सिली एक्सट्रीमली ट्रिवियल अति छोट जिंस सेठी मॉक हीरोइक काई केची ना इट इज अबाउट अ कॉक चॉन्टिक्लेयर गोटे कॉक तार वाइफ होची गोटे हेन गोटे गोटे कुकुड़ा 7टा कुकुड़ा तार he was so तार एते सुंदर से कॉकर डुडुल डू करे he was attracted by he was very attractive. He could attract 7 hens as his wives and Pertillote is his favorite. ताको गोटे ग्रैंड स्टाइल रे Chaucer has made the style is a grand style. एतक बुझेला परे you how can you write Canterbury Tales? Anyway, this is all. Is it all right? Chaucer clear hela? Age of Chaucer? फटाफट कह दियो. It's already time. Let me go wind up. हुआ देखिए chat box within a minute. Age of Chaucer clear hela ना नहीं? Rose work हुचे एटा treatise on the astrolabe. तो Chaucer को कहली बा. Anyway, thank you. Friday दिन हबनी क्या Friday दिन होची शिवरात्रि. See you on Monday.